Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it's Tuesday Night Gold Panning Fever, episode number 153, where we're going to be going through a bag of the Washes Arizona's Red, a collaboration bag between Mike from Gold Nugget Sales and Mike from Vendetta Prospecting. Now let me go catch up on chat. I saw some early birds here and some on-time birds, and I'm sure we'll have some late birds. The HD Shovelhead, Wheezin' Geezer, Donna, thank you three for being here and being my mods. I appreciate it. Keeping this rowdy bunch in control. Mega Dog, how's it going? I got the notice from USPS. I'll be here Thursday. Thank you very much. Joey Brown, thank you for joining the show. Alan Jackson, who else? Mark Sheldon, how's it going? SJB, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate everyone who joins the show. JP Lawns and More, that's it. Almost time for Freedom Fest. Who else we got? Paul Falco, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. A3 Sky Warrior, just lurking. I know you're working, brother. Appreciate you popping in, though. Jason G, how's it going? Hopefully everyone's doing okay at your house. Hopefully everyone's feeling better. Hopefully your son's doing a lot better by now. Hopefully the rehab's really working. Alan Jackson, yeah, the weather's getting pretty nice here. It's staying mostly in the 70s, but it's starting to creep up into the 80s. And, I got about probably another week or two. Then it'll be, hundreds again all over. So what you gonna do? Matthew Strickland, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. T-ball. It's been a long time since my kids ever played T-ball. Let me see. Trying to catch up on chat. Oh, Vendetta Prospecting. I saw you earlier and I didn't even say hi. You should have been the first one. What's up, Vendetta? How's it going? CJ Hayes, how's it going? Wanda, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate everyone who joins the show. Stephen LeBlanc, Brian Phillips. Package Total. Alan Curie, how's it going? Alex Lyman, how's it going? There we go. All right. I think I'm caught up on chat. Now let me pop out chat and get all my gear set up so I can look at my ugly mug and make sure camera's working and y'all having to look at my ugly mug as well. So now later on, once we start panning, I will be having my mods drop the hidden link. And for today's hidden link, not only will you get a spot to win the No AU and AZ 1 ounce silver bar from Vendetta Prospecting, but I will be giving away 3 bags of the washes as well. These are half-gram bags. 2 of the bags will go to people in chat, and 1 will go to one of my Patreon members. So these were a gift and a very welcome gift. I'm always happy to give away other people's stuff from Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales. So I got 3 of these bags. Again, we'll be giving away 2 to somebody in chat and 1 to just one of my random Patreon members. Who else is here? Dusty's Gold, how's it going? Only Pants, how's it going? I got your package in today. Bag of Paydirt busted. MJ, popped open in mail. Look, it all stayed in there though, but I can't put it on my shelf now. I'll just have to pan it out one day. So, but it did arrive today. I did get it. So yeah, I did get the MJ dirt. Got a whole bag full of it, just and a lot of it on the tape too. So you know how it goes. But we'll see. But yeah, so today we're going to be panning out the Washes Arizona. Now I think I'm almost positive. He probably told me this 2 weeks ago, but my mind kind of loses track of stuff. I think this is a 3 gram bag. It might be a 1 gram bag. It's a very heavy bag. There's a lot of dirt in here. This is easily almost 3 pounds. So big old bag of Paydirt. You did tape the bag, but it didn't pop there. It popped both ends. So you taped it and the seal came undone. And so it went into the tape. And then I guess, post office, what are you going to do? I'm not fretting about it. It's all good. The gold's all still going to be there when I pan it out. No. And it didn't have a sticker on it anyway, so it's not like I could have put it on my shelf and showed it off and be like, ooh, look, some MJ Paydirt. Nope. Yeah. Maybe I'll have you just mail me another bag and then a sticker on it. Maybe I'll do that. I'll hit you up on Patreon. And maybe I'll just have you, because then it'll cost you like $1 to mail it to me. You know, then I could just rebag it, put a sticker on it, and put it on my shelf, because I'd rather have it on my shelf. So maybe we'll do that. And Mike from the Gold Vlog, welcome to the show. Thank you very much for showing it up. I appreciate that. And again, if anyone has missed it, Mike over at Gold, him and Venda have brand new Paydirts out. This is what I'm panning tonight. This is it, the washes. They both are selling the exact same bag of Paydirt. Well, not the exact same, but they're both selling bags of Paydirt, the washes bag. Vendetta has it. They're both the same price. And Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales have it. So go check them both out. Buy from one, buy from both, and see how it goes. I know. I thought I had an extra MJ sticker, but I guess I must have stuck it on my door because I couldn't find it. So I must have stuck it because she's swapped out a few stickers over the time. I think they're just all on my door. Yeah. Now, before we get too far into this video, I just want to do a apology really quickly to anyone that happened to be in the Big Texas live show yesterday. Big Texas went off on me, and I honestly don't really know why, but it's all good. But I probably should have just left chat once he started going and really going at me, but I didn't. So I probably said some unkind things that, you know, weren't necessary or anything like that. And I do wish George the best of luck, but, you know, that's all I'm going to have to say about that. You know, I wish him the best of luck. I hope he runs his rodeo, his raffle, his Razzie, whatever you want to call it. I hope we get some good winners. I hope some good members in the community make out with some really nice nuggets. But, you know, that's all I'm going to say. You know, I said too much during the chat, but, you know, with him. And I apologize to anyone that was there and had to read what I was typing. So, you know. I probably could have just left and let him just keep going on his rant about Miller prospecting, but you know, you know, but other than that, like I said, I wish George the best of luck. I wish all Paydirt sellers the best of luck. More Paydirt sellers we have out here, the more Paydirt I can review and the more stuff I can pan out. So, but today we're just going to be washing some of the washes in my bowl. We'll have to check it out. A Mike and Mike collaboration. I'm excited for this one. I really enjoyed both those videos. I was really hoping just, you know, they would have chipped in and bought those two big nuggets and each one of them would have gave one away in a bag of Paydirt, you know. I think that would have been the only fair thing to do, you know, like, you know. So one of us gets one of that big gold nugget out of Arizona. So why keep it in AZ? Yeah. I mean, I didn't say anything horrible. I mean, he was cursing me. And that's just essentially what I mean, like I said, I should have left chat. He started on me. I told him goodbye and he just kept on and kept on. And I didn't want to leave the show because I was really wanting to know what the problem was with his rodeo. And so I kind of just stopped chatting and went and did paperwork, and he just kept at me. He did not like me yesterday. So, you know, so, and then I got upset and, you know, I got tired of hearing stuff. So, you know, I started saying stuff back in chat. You know, he didn't like that even more. So, but it's all good. It's all good. Troubled One, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. Fickle Prick Prospecting, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. And again, make sure everyone, if you're in chat and you leave a comment in the hidden link that will be showing up later once I start panning, make sure you stick around till the end of the show. Not only will you get the one spot in the raffle for the 1 ounce Vendetta silver bar, but I also will be giving away 2 bags of the washes donated by Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales. Mike from Vendetta didn't give me anything because he's still upset that I didn't give him a plaque for the 2022 championships. And I'm just kidding. So yeah, so I got 2 half-gram bags to give away, and then I have a third one I will be giving away to a Patreon member. I will just be pulling a random Patreon name out of my list of Patreon members and give that to them, and they don't even have to be here. So if you're a Patreon member and you're watching this late and you win, congratulations. AAA Rockhound, thank you for joining the show. I saw you earlier and I didn't say hi. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, AL Gold Prospecting. Al Gold Prospecting, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. JNV Rock Hounding, thank you for joining the show. Hopefully everyone's doing well. And, you know, we're going to be panning this out in a minute. I did see gold prices have been dropping. You know, it was holding steady at like $75 really, really for a long time. I mean, it was staying 75.11, 75.20s per gram, of course. 75.50. It was staying right in the 75, and I was like, okay, maybe this is where it's going to settle for a while, because a lot of times gold will do that. It'll stay, you know, when I first started doing these reviews, it was settling right around 35. And then it went up to about 50 over the years, and it stayed right around 50 for the longest time. And I was thinking, well, maybe it's going to stay at 75, but it's down to like $73 and some change. So it's just been going slowly down. So, I mean, personally, I liked it a little bit cheaper. I think the $50 to $60 range is perfect for me anyway, doing Paydirt and buying Paydirt. And if you buy Paydirt, you want it around there. If you're selling gold, you know, like Mike from Gold Nugget Sales, you probably want it, you know, the sky's the limit, you know. You know, he makes more money the higher it goes. So, Mark DeFrancia, how's it going? Thank you very much for joining the show. Johnny Watt, thank you for joining the show. Donna, thank you very much. Always way too kind to me, Donna. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Yep. I mean, I think it's going to go a little lower. I think gold with all the stuff in, you know, going around, I think it's going to go down a little bit more. I think everyone it's kind of that thing where, you know, right when it starts going up, everyone buys and buys and buys because they're like, okay, it's going to go up. I need to buy it now. And so I think it's going to drop a little bit more. I think it's going to get down to like 70. And then I think it'll go back up and it'll go up to like 80 and, you know, you know. Just editing a new review. Here, I got to make sure I'm on your channel. Subscribe to your channel. Here, let me go. Give me 1 second. AAA Rockhound, let me go make sure. Because it might have. YouTube might have unsubscribed me. No, I'm still subscribed. Okay. Just double checking. A lot of times when people say their new videos come out, I always got to make sure that, you know, unsubscribe, because you know what, YouTube loves to unsubscribe people. And speaking of subscribers, if anyone here is not a subscriber of somebody else in the chat, like I did see someone ask like who this guy was. Megadog, he said, who's this guy? Go check out the Gold Vlog. Go check out his channel. Subscribe to him. If you're not subscribed to anyone in here, go subscribe to him. It's easy. It's cheap. It's free. You don't cost you a penny to subscribe to somebody, and they really enjoy it. People who have subscribers enjoy getting more subscribers. So, you know, it helps out everyone in the community, and it's the cheapest way to help out other people in the community is subscribing to them, watching their videos, thumbs upping them, leaving a comment. So, well, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, and if anyone ever wants to sell some gold, hit me up. Send me an email. I either will know somebody and give you the best advice on where to sell it, or if it's just a little bit of gold, like a gram or two or 5 or 6, I'll probably buy it up from you. If it's a big amount, I might know somebody that's been asking me, because I get a lot of people, Paydirt sellers, that do email me occasionally or text me asking me if I know anyone that has any gold. So if anyone's ever looking to sell some gold, just feel free to email me at Dylan@MillerProspecting, and you know, I'll hook you up if I can. Sometimes just nobody's buying. It's just that time. Sometimes, you know, when prices drop and everybody sells, all the buyers buy it all up and then they're broke. And sometimes, you know, some people, everybody's looking for gold. So 70 is good. 60 is better. 70 is good number. I mean, you know, if gold, I don't mind gold price going up. You know, that's kind of what everyone wants. You know, I do have some bags of Paydirt on my wall that, you know, the more gold goes up, the more my kids will inherit. But I like it better at a slow pace. It just this year and last, it's recently it's been doing some major like really cranking up. And the problem with that is, it's probably not going to have a major drop. If it goes from 50 to 70 overnight, it's not going to drop. If tomorrow it went from 73 to 83, it probably won't drop back down. It'll stay right around the 83. It'll drop down to 75. Those huge drops are really hard, especially for people who buy Paydirt. It's, all of a sudden you're looking at a bag of Paydirt and it went from, 2 years ago you were buying it for $60 shipped and now you're paying 100 for it shipped. There's, it's hard to explain it to the wife or the husband or whoever's, the opposite that's not panning out Paydirt. So I like gold going up. I just want it to go up slower. I'm going to be here for a couple more years. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Going up $10 in relatively short amount of time isn't, very good. Unless it drops right back down. If it went up $10 because, a meteorite hit, and destroyed a big chunk of, the earth, then it dropped back down, you'd be like, okay, we'll just fill that in later. We got enough garbage, we could fill that giant hole in. Then you could say, okay, it went up and it dropped back down, but, it's not really dropped back down. Everyone should be into gold for the long term, but, stuff happens and stuff like that, so. Working on the floor. Swamp Dog, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Dennis Hendrick. That's it. His porch, his shelf, boxes, everywhere. I remember gold $32 an ounce. Man, you must be old. 32 an ounce or 32 a gram? Because I remember it at 32 a gram. Because I remember that's about when I started doing Paydirt reviews. I know, it's like, man, Alan is old. He's a vampire. He's got to be a vampire. What we do in the dark, what we do in the shadows. Alan's one of them. Yeah, well, we all know that's not going to happen, Mike. But... like I said, I don't mind it when it goes up slowly. I've been doing reviews for 8 years, and like I said, it's doubled in price in that amount of time. So, Then after the show, make sure everyone goes check out PA Patriot. Just dropped a video, I guess. So, or maybe he dropped it earlier. I'm just getting a notification now. So. Funniest movie ever. So, well, all right, let's go. This is a big bag of Paydirt, and we want to get it all done today. We want to recover all the Paydirt. And again, the washes. You can go check these bags out at Gold Nugget sales. Vendetta also has them for sale. I didn't look at the label for Vendettas. I'll have to go do that while I'm setting up this. I don't know if they're using the same label. Because they should have taken 2 pictures on either side of each other. So when you bought one or you bought both of them, you could have them like kind of pointing at each other. So, but all right, let's go set up. I will put up the panning cam. I will shrink down the ugly mug so y'all don't have to suffer anymore. And there's the panning cam all set up. I'm going to start panning out some of this washes that was donated. This was donated to the channel by Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales, so I won't be posting an ROI or anything about this. It's 100% ROI as far as I'm concerned. Ron F. Prospecting, how's it going? Hopefully you've been doing well. Bill Snodgrass Adventures, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Johnny, why? Yeah, always better things to do, All right, let me set everything up. Move my phone. And Gold Nugget Sales is the best. That's why they won my 2023 Paydirt Championship. Again, though, like you saw, if you watched the video, if you didn't watch the Gold Vlog's newest video, like he says, Mike Vendetta did win the 2022, and he didn't get to compete really in the 2023 championship because he kind of closed down shop for a while for a few months. I did do a video later on, and, you know, it was a close battle. These two are always going to be neck and neck. You know, Gold Nugget Sales came in second in 2022. And Mike Vendetta would have come in second place in 2023. So they're both great Paydirt sellers. And I'm going to, right now, I need to go look at Mike's site. See if he's using the same label. Okay, he is using the same label. I just wasn't sure. I know I looked at it earlier today and I was like, oh. And I just didn't even pay attention if they were both using the same label or not. I didn't even know gold was a thing. I mean, I've always known about gold, but I only found out about gold Paydirt from comic books. I was thinking about it the other day. I was trying to remember what comic I was looking for, and I'm almost positive I was looking for a comic book, Booster Gold. And somehow I just was typing in. I was trying to find variations. I think it was, or no, it must have been a Spider-Man Gold edition. It was a Spider-Man Gold, I think. And I was typing in variations to see if people had spelled it wrong on eBay, hoping to find a good deal. And a bag of Paydirt came up, and I just was like, oh, well, now I got a new hobby. And I've been doing that hobby ever since. Oh my gosh. Get off this stupid thing. Man, that's crazy, Alan. Refotris, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. And again, to everyone, if you're joining late, we are painting out the washes. This is Arizona's Red Gold Paydirt. This is a collaboration from Mike Vendetta and Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales. This bag came from Gold Nugget Sales. They both have 1 gram and 3 gram bags available. This, I believe, is a 3 gram bag. Mike did tell me what it was, but, you know, I wasn't paying attention too much. I mean, he told me that it just went in one ear out the other. And this is definitely some red stuff. Be curious. It's not very clayey or anything like that, so should still be pretty easy to pan out. I'm sure it's just going to tear up my water, though. Maybe we'll find like a big 288 ounce nugget in here, huh? Doesn't feel that heavy. I wonder how much black sands is in magnet sites. See if there's any magnetics, just out of curiosity. I mean, it has some. Got some bigger pieces too. But I'm as old as Paydirt. Oh, I already saw a little bit of gold. I'm going to start out a little bit light, see what happens in my unseasoned pan. Those Arizona Organics. Yep. Say goodbye to the clean water. Let's find out. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not. I mean, I'm sure after a few minutes it'll be pretty bad, but yeah. Definitely a lot of fines in here. It's got a lot of silty material, so it's definitely going to jack up my water. Do you know who you got the nugget from, or is it just, over a random time? Because I just bought a nugget from somebody that got rejected by another buyer. A buyer told me about the nugget, that they were rejecting it because it didn't have enough gold in it to be considered really a gold nugget to them. So I bought it from them for a future video. Yep, over the years. Yeah, that's the problem is, there's been some sellers. There was the one guy out of AZ that was sending everyone brass and then claiming that they didn't know, and we did a recall but we didn't tell anybody. Oh, wow, that's a first pan. Oh my, tiny little gold, some bigger gold. Oh no, the picker. Oh, it's a flat little picker, ain't gonna make no noise. Yeah, flat little picker, but something. That was a lot of gold for that first pan. Someone crushed up a brick. That's what it looks like. It definitely looks like one of those old red house bricks. If you watch he does say in his, Mike from the Gold Vlog does say in his video that, this is the Arizona's version of Aussie red. But I've seen all kinds of things. There was a seller for a while that I cannot remember his name. He was an eBay seller, The majority of the bad ones are, but he was an eBay seller, and it was all scrap gold from like jewelry. And so and it was all cut up, so you could tell, like, I remember I had mine when I did my review on it. You could see that it was like the claw part, the like part that goes inside the claw, like that little part from jewelry, and it had been cut up into a whole bunch of little pieces, but you could like kind of put it back together and show that it was the claw. It was crazy. Then I had another piece from him. You could actually see part of like the 18 karat stamp or 14 karat stamp. I don't remember what it was, but you could see like, it's just a tiny little piece, but you could see that there was a stamp mark on it. I've seen people where they're selling, white gold or things like that aren't real. There was a guy that was selling Tennessee Paydirt, and what was he? I forget what he was calling, but it was essentially saying it was something like white gold, but it wasn't. It wasn't even gold. And thank you very much, Nightbot and HD, for dropping. Make sure, again, you leave a comment, because we're going to be giving away not only the spot for the Vendetta silver bar, but 2 bags from Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales with a 0.5 gram in each. So, yeah, I've seen that too. I've seen all kinds of things with gold foil. There's all kinds of gimmicks. There's a guy, you'll see it, and it's just, I'm trying to think. There was a one where you were buying, the guy had Paydirt that had gold foil in it. I've seen somebody that had a jar recently, and he was popping in and out of eBay. And I almost bought one just to do a video about it, but then I kind of didn't want to blow, $75. And he was selling gold dust, he was saying, but it's not real gold. It's just weird dust for something to do with like painting or something like that. So he was listing it essentially at 100% ROI. He'd be like a gram, and he was selling it for $60 when gold was $60. But it's not real gold. Like, if you melted it down and made a button out of it, you wouldn't have a gram of gold. You'd have about a 20th of a gram. So there's all kinds. There's the people on eBay who do it in grains as opposed to grams to try and trick you. I think that's one of the lowest ones. That's the big one that used to go around a long time ago. Like when Dave from Gold Bay first started selling, I remember him talking about it once, where that was a big thing a lot of sellers would do, is you just got a high magnification camera, take a really close up picture of a, small little nugget and say, oh, this 3-grain nugget. And they would just put the initials GN, and then they put it like half price of what it would be if it was in grams. And people would buy them all up, That was the heyday of eBay. And that was back when eBay preferred the sellers more than the buyers. So, if you got ripped off, they didn't care as long as the sellers kept paying that fee. All things country, thank you for joining the show. I am Zaxxon. Thank you for joining the show. And anyone, if I miss you, I apologize, but thank you for joining the show. Panama Prospector, thank you for joining the show. Yeah, there's all kinds. You'll find all kinds. So that's why you got to go with the best sellers, the top 10 sellers. And if there was only a website where you could find the top 10 sellers, oh yeah, you can. MillerProspecting.com. You guys stay with the good ones. Has anyone gotten any good results from MBMO? I mean, I personally don't think he's going to be sending anyone any rocks with any real gold in it. Unless it's by accident, because, it's money. Ooh, some chunkies. Fine gold. Some floaters. No, if it's gold flake in a vial, it's zero value. Especially if you got them 10 years ago still. Is it like the really skinny little vials too? Gold Etsy buy. I try not to buy too much off of Etsy. There is one or two good sellers every once in a while, but I don't like Etsy for one reason and one reason only, is because most sellers on there, what they do is, so like, let's say you sell a product, and let's say you sell a bag of Paydirt and it's like, 1 gram guaranteed. You sell it for a little bit more than, going to GNS or Vendetta would sell it for. And let's say you get 20 feedback. Now, instead of them making a new listing for a 0.5 gram bag, Etsy allows them to reuse that same thing, and so does eBay, but they essentially, Etsy, they will reuse it, the same listing, but change the words to 0.5 gram, and it already shows 20 positive reviews for that one listing. So I don't like that. I was looking at a seller probably last month on Etsy, and I was like, man, he's got a lot, he had more reviews than he had available, because he said, I only got like 20 of these bags available, but he had 40 reviews. And I was like, well, how do you get 40 reviews if you only sell 20 and, there's only 5 left? So, well, I appreciate that, Tim. Appreciate you watching. So I was like, So I had to go back and see, and realize, oh, he's just making up different bags every time and using the same listing. And I'm not a fan of that, so. It does. It looks a ton like the Aussie bag. It's got more, I would say it's got some bigger material in here, but it's also got a lot more organics in it, which is typical of all this Arizona Paydirt. It is jacking up the water. I mean, I've barely gone through any material, and the water is getting pretty. Hasn't killed the visibility yet, but. And again, if you haven't, make sure you go check out Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales and Vendetta over at Vendetta Prospecting. I'm definitely going to say Gold Nugget Sales because he sent me this bag. But make sure you go check them out in the new bags. Picked up some Scottish gold. I never really understood the whole Scottish and the UK thing. And, you know, like, well, our gold's more expensive because we suck at prospecting and finding it. I mean, I realize there's really not much gold, but that's in the same line of saying, you know, like if you found a little bit of gold in Alabama, it should be worth more than gold in, say, California. That logic doesn't make sense to me. Ronnie Adventures, how's it going? They just sent me a full refund with that. That's usually a sign they know what they're selling is just garbage and they're playing off the odds that most people won't complain. Why is everyone picking on Ed tonight? Remember, he is a mod, so feel free to start banning people, Ed. Nightbot has done it. Nice biggie. This is some really bright gold. I really like this piece. This is a cool looking piece. I might tomorrow take some pictures of some of this gold, if I remember. I like that piece. But since this was donated to the channel, I probably won't do a results video tomorrow, unless I just want to take some pictures. I am supposed to be shooting a video tomorrow, though, so we'll see. Dennis is just like, you better watch out. He might just unleash Nightbot on you. And Terry's Prospecting, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And anyone else, if you're late to the show tonight, we are panning out a big bag of the Washes Arizona's Red Gold Paydirt. Got this from Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales. He donated it to the channel, and later on I will be giving away 2 of these bags with a .5 gram in each to someone in chat. So once one of my mods drops a hidden link, you can go over there, put your name down in the hidden link, and have a chance at one of the 2 bags. No garnets. I don't think. No. Nope, just regular old black rocks. I wonder if these are magnetic. There's my thing. Yeah, see? Nope. Just black rock, magnetic. Iron. Thomas Layhop, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Yeah, the AZ Paydirt is red, but I think the Australian stuff is a deeper red. This stuff, I think this settles a little bit more than the other one. This is more organics. And a lot of it, you can't really see it, but it's like a film of organics over everything. So they got garnets in AZ. I did a bag of Paydirt once where I did the, was it the Arizona Paydirt I did once for my Patreon members where it had Arizona garnets? They have the ant garnets in Arizona where the ants dig up the garnets out of the ground and their ant mounds. And you can find them all around the ant mounds. Wish I knew about Paydirt sooner. I wish I didn't. Well, it wouldn't have mattered. When I was younger, I would have still preferred other things. North 49, thank you for joining the show. Joshua Rellies, thank you. That's not bad. Anytime you're finding gold, I'm guessing it's a good time. I mean, you were going to go there anyway and have fun, you know? If you get a little bit of gold, it's always good. This stuff is definitely silty, though. This is one of those paydirts where you really don't want a ton of fine gold. It's just while they're digging their hole, it'll be, you know, when they're digging all their tunnels, there'll be a garnet in the way, and they don't just dig around it. They just say, move it, bring it up to the top, and they dump it out. And thank you, Donna. Yeah, make sure everyone hits that like button. And I'm assuming if you're typing, you're subscribed because I do have the set. So if you can't chat, that probably means you're not subscribed. Jim Williams puts his stuff up for sale every once in a while, but not too often. Usually it's always just to his Patreon members, and even then you've got to, I think, win the lottery with them to get it. I reviewed one of them, maybe two, and you know, you're definitely only going to get a 50% or lower ROI off of Jeff's bags of Paydirt. You know, he's one of the ones that thinks, you know, it's just the honor of panning out his stuff. You know. But he does put it up for sale every once in a while. I just think you just have to be a Patreon member. I don't think he's done it for a while, though. It's probably been like 2 years, I think, huh? Refotris, you have a website? I didn't know you had a website, Refotris. If one of my mods wants to drop the link so I could go check it out later. More gold. Now, I'm assuming all this gold isn't Arizona gold since it's so hard to find. No. Ah, yeah. I never catch those. I'm always bad at stuff on YouTube. People are doing stuff on YouTube. I'm always a week behind. Oh, that's awesome. I definitely have to start seeing if I can catch some of your shows when you do stuff. Probably won't buy anything because I'm a poor, broke old man, you know, going through an expensive custody battle, but I'll definitely shout it out. And if you ever want to, you can feel free to send me a message, Refotris, and if you've got a show coming up, I don't mind putting it on my community page to help you out, you know, send people over there. I need to get better at posting stuff on my community page that are related to other people, you know, selling stuff or, you know, doing stuff on their channel, their videos. I need to write a note to that. Yeah, you have to win his stuff. I mean, I guess if you're a Patreon member and that's your only chance to get his Paydirt, it's kind of worth it, getting a 50% ROI. You've been waiting a long time, and it's not something that, you can just buy in the store, like Dan Hurd does. You know, Dan Hurd tends to drop Paydirt a lot in his store, and, not super rare. It's not very good. It's just insane. That whole Arizona, the part one from the gold vlog about the Arizona that he found, what was it, 14 years apart? Or was it 10 years apart? 14 feet apart or something like that. Or 4 years apart, something like that. But it was a long period of time between he found the two pieces, which means that thing was just sitting somewhere and it just got pushed up out of the ground and cracked and fell back, rolled down the hill, and he just found one of them, and the other one found somewhere else, That's just crazy. After 2 years, well, now with the spot price so much higher, it might actually get you an over 50% ROI. That's a good thing about old Paydirts, what you paid for them, 4 years and 120 yards. Okay. I mean, I knew it was a significant. It wasn't like, oh, I found this one, and then Tuesday I found this one. I knew it was a long period of time. And yeah, Dan is his Paydirts are, it's typical YouTube Paydirts. There's actually another YouTuber, so I know, Dan Hurd's, his Paydirt's not very good. Clash, his Paydirt's not very good. ROI meaning, I'm only speaking about ROI, there might be something unique about their Paydirts like Dan's or something like that, and Jeff Williams. But there's actually another Paydirt seller. Nobody's ever reviewed him yet, I don't think. Or if they have reviewed him, they didn't know, but he's actually a really, really big YouTuber. I think he's got close to 1 million subscribers, and he sells Paydirt. I haven't ever reviewed him either. I've kind of just been waiting and waiting. It's not very good Paydirt. I know it's not very good Paydirt. I'll have to go and put it on my list. Here, I'm going to go write this down right now. But there is another YouTuber that does sell Paydirt, but he just does it very low key. He doesn't have anything to do with Paydirt. He doesn't, like his channel's not about Paydirt. It has nothing to do with Paydirt. I think he put out like 2 videos. I think he has 2 videos out of like, a couple thousand that have anything to do with Paydirt. All the rest are all about, something else. Well, I appreciate that, Dean, and thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. And no, since somebody just sent me a message, Pioneer Poly does not sell Paydirt. He said he was. He did a live show probably 9 months ago, something like that. Last year, he did do a live show, and he did say Paydirt was coming out. But since then, I think he just put out like socks or something like that. I think he's probably figured it's not worth the hassle. Because by his website, like if you go to his website, everything that you can buy on his website is pretty much just drop ship stuff. So there's no real involvement. Like a t-shirt, you're really just ordering it from Teespring or somewhere else like that. He's not actually shipping it to you. And if he starts selling Paydirt, then that means he's got to, start selling Paydirt and start answering emails and stuff like that. So, I mean, I emailed him a couple times from a dummy account asking about the Paydirt to see if he was going to sell it, and he never even replied to any of them. So, and he's not a prospecting channel, North 49. That's what I was saying. I don't think he has 1 million, but he's got a ton. It might be close to 1 million by now. I haven't looked at him in a while, but he has nothing to do with prospecting. He just, I guess, as a side he likes prospecting, but he his channel is a lot more popular. Doing prospecting is a very small niche market on YouTube. It's a very niche market. His thing isn't as niche, so it has a better chance of him getting big. So that's why he does videos on that, I think. And it just so happens, and the only reason I know is because I just so happened to one day be watching one of his videos, and because it was about something I wanted to look at, and I was watching one of his videos, and he plugged it, and I was like, what? I was like, what? And I knew the Paydirt. I just knew it was a crappy Paydirt, so I was like, I'm never going to review this because it's just junk, and I found out. But I'll have to do it soon. I don't even remember what the Paydirt's called. It's just sitting in my bookmarks. Oh, yes. Is that a roundy? No. What is this? But I wrote a note, so I will probably review it pretty soon. Oh, he did, Chris? And I'll have to go look at it. I never use Facebook. I mean, I haven't even been dropping any of my videos for the last, I think, this year on Facebook. I just hate going to Facebook. It's too much drama, But I'll have to go check it out. I need to get in the rhythm of dropping my videos in other places, just, as a habit. I think, I gotta go to Facebook and log in, and then people start messaging me and like, oh Lord. Not. Joel Jeffrey, how's it going? Long time. Hopefully you're doing well, brother. Hopefully making some cool jewelry. And remember, if anyone's late, make sure I will have one of my mods. If one of my mods wants to drop the hidden link, make sure you go leave a comment on the hidden video. We're going to be giving away 2 bags of this washes material that I got from Gold Nugget Sales. They have 0.5 gram each. We'll be giving away 2 to somebody in live chat, and then 1 to one of my Patreon members who doesn't even have to be here. And then we'll also be giving away the spot for the Vendetta silver bar. So yeah, I did a review on, I think I did a review with all 3 of his bags. It's been a while though. They're really challenging bags, and I remember when I bought them, I bought one of each bag because I wanted to see if one was like easy, medium, hard, or like hard, harder, hardest, but they were all the exact same. Wait, hold on. Someone on, see, Facebook, hold on. Someone on Facebook just sent me a message. No, totally not it. That's so I wear gloves. I mean, I know some people might wear gloves, but the oil from your hand getting in the water probably wouldn't do anything. I mean, that's more a superstition than anything, unless you're like a mechanic working on engines all day long. Now, I wear gloves because you don't know where this material came from other than Arizona. You don't know if a bear just pooped in this material. You don't know if a cat just pooped in this material. You don't know if a garnet ant just pooped in this material. And I suffer from one of my many afflictions is I do have psoriasis, and I do get it on my hands. And one of my other afflictions makes me take a immune suppressant. So I have my immune system is really like out of whack. So I have to take an immune suppressant. So I have no real immune system. And I can get infections really, really easy. In fact, I have one right here. That's why I'm wearing a Band-Aid on my hand. It's because I got an infection from a burn, probably from last week when I was panning water out. So I wear a glove because I don't want, one of my cuts or issues in my hand getting infected. I love panning Paydirt, but I don't want to be called like the one finger panner or something, Snodgrass, I don't know if I said hi to you, but thank you for joining the show. Rocky Mountain Prospector, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. So yeah, I just wear gloves just to protect my hands from what might be in the water so I don't get an infection. So If I wasn't on the immune suppressants and stuff like that, I probably wouldn't, because, I wouldn't worry about it. But, because of this, I do get infections all the time. So last year, I was in the hospital 3 times. I had to go to the hospital 3 times due to infection. So, and those visits aren't cheap. So, the less times I can get, yep, anthrax comes from, there's just all kinds. Mostly it's just, you don't know what's in the water, you know. And I mean, with Mike from Gold Nugget Sales or Mike from Vendetta, I wouldn't be so much worried about, it not being real dirt, that they just pulled out of the wild. But, some eBay seller, you don't know. He could be digging it out, of his backyard next to his septic tank that's leaking. It could just be, you never know where the material is going to come from in some Paydirt. So you can always bake it in the oven too. But yeah, I'm not baking Paydirt before I pan it. Because one, I have been accused. I remember I did a video on somebody. He has since closed, surprisingly enough. But I did a review on him. And because I use scissors to open the bag, which I typically do because, I do have arthritis in my hands, and sometimes it makes it hard for me to open up bags. And so I used scissors. He said it must have been a fake bag. I must have opened the bag, dumped everything out, resealed the bag, and that's why I had to open it with scissors, and that's why I gave him a bad review, was just because of that. So if I had to open up every bag of Paydirt, cook it, and then dump it back in there, 100% they would say it was all rigged. And everyone knows I only rig my giveaway, so. The troubled one. And if you go to my website, Miller Prospecting, I have all my stuff. Just go to the store. I'll tell you where I get these gloves from. Best gloves ever. And why is Nightbot not doing his job? Nightbot, hold on. Let me go check Nightbot and see. Nightbot is slacking tonight. All right. I guess Nightbot was taking a break or something. I don't know. I don't know about that, Tim. Somebody just sent me a message, and that's why I keep replying to somebody. They can't get on my show and chat because they're on a tablet. But no, maybe I rigged it so you'd watch the channel more. And Gold Thumb Prospecting, how's it going? And no, this is not from ArizonaPaydirt.com. And if you haven't, go check it out, ArizonaPaydirt.com. That domain will be going up for sale shortly. It used its purpose up, so. And I still haven't messed. I still need to go and fix some stuff on it and reroute it to somewhere else. No. But if you haven't, go check out ArizonaPaydirt.com. Some of the best Paydirt you'll ever find. If you didn't already go to Gold Nugget Sales or Vendetta Prospecting and get some of the washes, and you still want some Arizona Paydirt, then you can go check out ArizonaPaydirt.com. So when I was younger and I used to have a career doing stuff online with my own company and stuff like that, I used to be really big into HYIPs, which was kind of like a scam type thing that and I wasn't running them. I would join them and try and make money off of them. But essentially what it was essentially like a pyramid scheme almost. It was a downline. So a company, or not a company, but somebody would build a website. You'd go there, you'd invest money. They'd promise you, unheard of, percentage rates. And everyone knew it was a scam. But whoever got in the fastest, like they would tell you, you could pull out your money after, X number of people joined, then X number of people. So if you got in the first 100 people, one of the first 100 people to drop $100 into it, once the downline got to, I think, 250 people, you could pull your money out and that 100 would then be 150. Because they were essentially taking other people's money and paying you like a pyramid scheme. And I remember after a while, people started realizing that a lot of the first members, like the first 50, would all just be like aliases for the owner. And so essentially they weren't putting any real money into it. They were just taking the first 50 spots in the downline of the pyramid. And then everyone was referring other people just so they could get it. It was a crazy thing, but those were rigged. Those were seriously rigged. Wheezing. I know some oyster crackers. I haven't had oyster crackers in a while. My kids don't like them. Yeah, see, like I said, everybody, always make sure, and thank you for pointing that out, Donna. YouTube likes to unsubscribe people left and right. They don't like small channels. YouTube really does not like small channels. They want you to focus. So like, let's say me, there's I think 2 or 3 really big channels I subscribe to that, have 1 million subscribers on. They've never unsubscribed me from those, but they will unsubscribe me from somebody who has 500 to 1,000 because they want to make sure that when I go to my tab and I click what new videos are out by subscription, that it's those big boys, the ones that really bring in them the revenue. So if you see someone in chat, always make sure you're subscribed to them. Go check them out. If you haven't seen a video in a while, like I did at the beginning of the show, I wasn't sure about somebody, just go check out their channel. Make sure you're still subscribed to them. If anyone here does do live shows, always make sure you click the part where you're doing a live show where they must be subscribed to chat. It's a great way to get people to remember that if they're subscribed to you, if YouTube unsubscribed you. I do it so this way, if you tried to post something in chat and weren't able to, it's because you're not subscribed. And then you can go back and 5 minutes later after you're subscribed and start chatting. So yeah, they don't want small channels because small channels, advertisers don't like small channels. I mean, and I'm talking about 25,000 or less subscribers. They don't want, Tide detergent doesn't care if some prospectors, watching my video or not, or someone that buys Paydirt. They want Mr. Beast, they want to make sure Mr. Beast likes Tide, So yeah, so always make sure you subscribe to everyone, and any video you see of theirs, even if you don't want to watch their video. I mean, I will say I'm really bad at this, and this year I'm going to definitely try to be better at it. Is even if you just see their video, just pop in for a second, say great video in the chat, and thumbs up, and that's it. And then if you say, oh, I'll watch it later, at least there's a better chance that one, it'll help their channel by you having clicked the thumbs up and posting a comment. But then there's a better chance too that then they won't unsubscribe you because they'll be like, oh, well, he's being active with that channel. Only a little bit of gold in that pan. What's wrong? What happened there? What happened there, Mike? I don't know. I don't know about this Paydirt now. There's only a couple little pieces in there. So we're chowing through this. Definitely more than halfway. And again, thanks to Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales. He did just send me this bag of Paydirt so I can pan it out on a live show. to coincide with when he was releasing his Paydirt. And I'm always happy to accept free Paydirt to pan out, and even happier to give away some Paydirt, which I'll be doing later tonight. You know. I did see that, Refotris. I've watched Mr. Beast. I actually, one of my friends actually knows him. And so just when they told me, my kids, I've watched some of his videos. I'm not a huge fan of his, and, you know, I understand why people watch him and stuff like that, but, he is a smart man. He's a very smart man. It's been proven that he has figured out YouTube's algorithm. He spends a lot of money. He knows his stuff when it comes to YouTube. Like, he knows exactly, if he makes a video, he knows exactly how much views it's going to get, how much money he's going to make on it, stuff like that. So he knows, this and that. He knows what thumbnails will do and what thumbnails won't. I mean, I'm not personally a fan of his channel, but, there are some big subscribers like Mark Roper. I really like Mark Roper. He's a really good big YouTube channel. And yeah, they've never unsubscribed me from him. And he only puts out like 1 or 2 videos a year. And it takes me 6 months to watch him. Red man. I don't know if he does it anymore. Does he even still do that? I know his big gimmick in the beginning was giving away money. That was his big stick right when he first started, was giving away money. Most of it to his friends, like, oh, if my best friend does this all day long, I'll give him $10,000. And there's no chance that after the video is finished being shot, he won't give me back the $10,000. I'm not sure he does it anymore. And you also got to remember, he does have a charity. Mr. Beast does have a side channel that does do a ton of philanthropic work, because that's what my buddy has been talking to the guy who's running that channel. The guy used to work at dog shelters, I believe, and now he's running the channel where they just do stuff for charities and stuff like that. So he doesn't just take the money and, go crazy like a lot of rich people do. So he's just a big YouTuber. I think he's like the second biggest YouTuber. He just does crazy like videos that just like, I'm gonna go stay in a city, abandoned city for 7 days. Makes a huge video about it, and then you find out later that, the city wasn't abandoned. He didn't go in there for 7 days, but he got his start. He used to do a lot of videos where he would go onto Twitch and donate like $10,000 to just some random person on Twitch that didn't have a lot of subscribers. He would do things like, he'd get 10 people and tell them, put your hand on a car. Whoever takes their hand off last wins that car. And then I think he really got popular, though, was when he started doing these shopping stuff. Like, he would go into Walmart and just tell everybody that was in the Walmart they could pick out anything they wanted, like anything. Like TVs, and they could fill giant carts full of nothing but 50-inch TVs, and he would buy them all. So, oh yeah, he definitely gives back. But I mean, it's a nice thing, He could be, like I said, there's a lot of people who have a ton of subscribers and YouTube, and they just continually just, like, oh look, now I'm making candles. Oh, look, now I'm selling this. Oh, no, look at this. I only got 10 million views, so now I'm selling, I think PewDiePie is the biggest on YouTube still. And I have no idea really who that is. He used to be a gamer, and I don't know. I have kids, and my kids used to watch YouTube a lot. But I think PewDiePie was the biggest YouTuber at one point. He might still be, I think, but... Oh, is it Refocus? Like I said, I haven't paid attention to it in a while. I just know those two from years ago, and my kids used to always be, like, oh, look, PewDiePie this, PewDiePie that. It is. It definitely is, but I would definitely not drink this. And I am still fat enough where I would get stuck in that tube, so. Aqua Donkey, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. All right, Blistering, you have a great one, man. Thank you for joining the show. He's number 3 now? Yeah. Yeah, you can see how long it's been since I've like paid attention to YouTube. Only a couple more pieces. Nah, this Paydirt, I don't know about this. I need to start mixing up the Paydirt before I put it in my pan, because that was all the stuff in the bottom of the pan to start. But so let's see. So it's Mr. Beast is 1, Mr. Beast's other channel is number 2, PewDiePie is number 3, and then I'm ranked number 4. Is that the way we're saying it is now? In the 4 channels. There's very few channels I will unsubscribe from. Most of the time, I just don't subscribe to them in the first place. You know, like I think I watched like the first Mark Roper video, and I really like him. I really do like his videos. But since he only puts out like 1 or 2 a year, I was like, well, there's no reason for me to subscribe. I can just wait 6 months and look for his video. And plus, he's a big YouTuber and he'll show up everywhere. But when he did the one where he did the squirrel maze, I was like, okay, I'll subscribe to him. But most people, once I subscribe, it takes a lot for me to unsubscribe. I did unsubscribe from somebody the other day. I don't even know who it was, but they were dropping so many videos every day. It was just like they were dropping like 3 or 4 like shorts. And I was just like, oh no, I can't have these pop-ups every 3 minutes from somebody dropping, you know, a dozen shorts a day. So I just unsubscribed from them, so. Gregory Littleton, how's it going? Yeah, this is definitely some dirty stuff. I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, yeah. Still got maybe like 1/4 inch of water that you can see through, but it's definitely some nasty stuff. Now, I didn't look. Man, I looked at their websites earlier. This was a bigger bag than normal. I think the ones that Mike is selling are 1-pound bags. I'm guessing they're 1-pound bags. This was more closer to a 3-pound bag, so, you know, a typical bag from them probably won't get this dirty because it'll be less material. Yeah, there was somebody else that I had to drop because they did like they just went live and then they never stopped. Their channel was just always live. You know, like Dave. I was like, no, I can't do that. All right, we're getting close to the end. Yeah, I mean, the vast majority of my channels are prospecting stuff. The ones I typically get unsubbed from the most, I will say, typically are other reviewers because I almost never watch their videos. I will watch videos that they do that aren't reviews, and I want to support them, so I do subscribe to them. But I don't like watching other reviews. Like I saw somebody, maybe it was you, AAA. Somebody sent me a link the other day to a review for a new Paydirt or a Paydirt. And I can't watch it because then I might see something like they might say like, oh, this seller was really rude or this or this. Then it'll be in my head that they're rude, you know. Then if I go to review them, I'll be thinking already, well, they're rude, you know. Or if they say something about tchotchkes or whatever it is, I just prefer that first time I review somebody, it's just purely first time, unbiased. So then after that, I'll watch their stuff. But then usually it's like, well, okay, they reviewed them a year ago, and now I just did the review. I don't need to go back and watch the review. Yep. Yeah. Occasionally, like I'll go back. Like the other day, I did go back because like I was shooting somebody's review a while back, and I had to go back to look at somebody else's reviews to see if they were getting the same type of stuff. So sometimes I do go back and watch the reviews, but I always do want to support the other Paydirt reviewers, because the more reviewers we have, the more people will keep, Paydirts in check if they can. Poachers. Yeah. Yeah. I can pan up a little bit faster now because it seems like all the gold was in the top of this pile. Nightbot's too fat to go prospecting. Yeah, that one dude on the borders definitely got all the gold. Yeah, so I definitely think if you watch anyone's channel, even if you don't want to watch their video, always make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to their channels, and leave a comment. I'm like one of those people that, 90% of the time when I'm watching a video, I'm not really watching and I'm listening to it while I'm like doing something else. And so then I forget to either thumbs up or comment. But I'm going to start getting better at it. The person that everyone should try to be more like is GS Prospecting. That man leaves a comment probably on every single video that comes out. So be more like GS. Subscribe to everyone. Like and comment. Oh, got some gold in that one. That gold worked its way down. All right, Vendetta. Hopefully it's something good tonight. Enjoy it. As always, thank you for joining the show while you could. Oh, there you go, Carson Prospect. What's up, brother? Here we go. Just gonna dump the last of it in there. All right, we still got to do the cleaning pan too. We're running a little bit late. This bottom stuff is really nasty. And this is Tuesday tailing, so I'm not going to repan through this because I didn't see any super, super fine stuff, but you never know. And it's usually this really nasty stuff that you'll lose the fine stuff on just because it's going off with the silt. Well, it doesn't. It sits at the bottom. See, the problem is So when you get a bag of Paydirt and it's like this, it's traveled through the mail, so all the gold has settled down on the bottom. But then when you dump the pan out, the bottom has now become the top. So typically, a lot of times if it's a smaller bag like this, I will shake them before I do them. But for my reviews, I'm just such a habit of reviews, most reviews, that I'm classifying my material that kind of mixes it up. So, because even if they mix it up, once it's shipped, the gold's going to settle to whatever the bottom area of the package is. So, bean with bacon soup. That is, it does look like, baked bean soup or something. All right. Is there any gold in the last pan? Oh, there was a lot of gold in the last pan. There we go. All right, let's get all this stuff in the finishing pan. Dump out all this. There's a lot of stuff in there. No, I've never had bean and bacon soup. No. I'm not a bean person. I'm not a huge fan of beans. Red beans and rice is about the exception. I grew up, my mom was a vegetarian, so we ate a lot of beans, and I hate beans. And the only reason I will eat red beans and rice is because I put a ton of sausage in it, and I love sausage because it's, super unhealthy for you. And I really don't eat it that much anymore just because, my doctor's saying, don't eat that. PA Patriot, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. It's wet now. I can't dry pan it unless y'all want to sit around for an hour while I go dry it out. And the dry panning expert just left Vendetta Prospecting. If you ever want to watch a really good video about dry panning, go look up Vendetta Prospecting. I don't know, maybe one of my mods, maybe HD could find the link or something, or one of my mods, Wheezin', where Vendetta went through a bag of Kinky's Paydirt, and it was, I think, a 30-minute challenge or something like that, where you had to pan out a bag of Paydirt in 30 minutes and find like the gram of gold, and he dry panned it. I totally failed on the challenge. I mean, I think after 30 minutes I had like a quarter gram, and just, it was a total failure. But Mike Vendetta was definitely the dry panning master. But I don't live in Arizona. I got water where I'm at, so I didn't never have to learn. I did eat beans today. I had rice and pinto beans, and I hate pinto beans, but I had a can. I actually have 3 cans of it, and I was hungry before the show, and I was like, well, I got to eat something. And I love rice. So I was like, I'll mix the beans in with it, which is a big fail because I only ended up eating half of it because I hated the beans so much. So black bean dip and chips. Yeah, see. Vegetarian as a youth ruined me for, most stuff now. Yeah, I know. It has no gold, has no water. You got to learn how to dry pan. But I'm telling you, that was probably one of the best videos because when that video came out, I was like, okay, let's see what he's going to do. And that one actually blew me away. That's probably my favorite video that Vendetta has put out. So after this show, I will probably go look it up and put it on my community page and recommend it. So all that's left is pretty much black sands, all the heavies. And I'll bet most of these bigger rocks are probably all magnetic too. Yeah, they do have some big nuggets in Arizona. You just have to be lucky with Arizona, I think. The problem with Arizona is, like if you go to somewhere like, California or somewhere else like that, you can pretty much say, like, okay, here's a river, and here over here is where it used to be the high spot, where it's flooded back in the 1800s, or here's where it course changed and stuff like that. Half the gold in Arizona is from rivers that nobody has heard about since, the dinosaurs. So, there's like almost no evidence of a river until you're digging down and start finding like cobbles or something. You say, oh, there you go. Yeah, a $10,000 detector does help, because I had to look that detector up. As soon as he said it, I was like, oh, I wonder how much that one costs. I looked it up. I was like, yeah, that definitely helps. But I'm sure he didn't start with that. That's the thing is, I think, you know, I would almost bet money that he started with, a $500 detector. Found a couple little pieces, said, okay, I can sell those and buy a $2,000 one. Found a couple more pieces, sold those, and, just kind of worked his way around. Just like me, I started, my original pan was just, my hands. And then, I got 3 or 4 subscribers, and I said, okay, now I can afford, a pie pan that used to have a Hubix pie in it. But it definitely helps. And I definitely won't be getting one of those metal detectors in my lifetime and going to give it a shot. So, Chef V, what's up, brother? Yeah, I have a couple bucket list items. I don't know if Australia is on my bucket list. If I lived in Australia, I would definitely want to go metal detecting around in Australia, but just too dangerous for me. I'm too old, too slow. When one of those mean snakes or spiders starts chasing after me, I'm just gonna let them have me. you know. But I do have a bucket list. I think next year I'm gonna start doing my bucket list. So, and it's a very short bucket list too. So it's like 4 or 5 things. So 4 places I'd like to go, prospect type things. So Goldbug 2, just PA's just all set up with his camper and everything. Man, that's the life, PA. Yeah, see. Most things don't bug me. Snakes just, I don't know. Snakes freak me out. I don't do well with snakes. But Luckily for me, there's not too many snakes in any places I go. So, oh wait, I think I just knocked some gold into the Tuesday tailings. There you go. Got it back out. Yep. And see, my luck, it'd be, if I was in Australia, I would find like the mother lode nugget. It'd be like biggest nugget ever, and I pull it up, and there'd be a whole bunch of snakes right underneath it, saying, "Oh, there's a reason nobody else picked up this nugget." And it'd be like from a Monty Python skit or something, just all the snakes just, you know, taking me out. I think it's website HD. What are the codes? I don't even remember. See, I should know Nightbot better, but I don't. What are his commands? Gold, Nightbot, panning, Patreon, Paydirt, and website. I probably should send my mods a list one of these days of what all the keywords are, but we've been going by, the skin of our teeth for long enough. And I still haven't done the Culver Red. Next time I'm going to do a battle or something, I'll have to do the Culver Red. All right, let's put in some water that you can actually see. And hey, Culver, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. You've probably been here and I didn't see you. MH, thank you for joining the show. I haven't been panning out anything of Mike's. I feel so bad. I mean, he's my Paydirt champion, and I haven't done enough of his Paydirts this year. But I've been writing up my future schedule, and I'm trying to do more battles that will have Paydirt for my top 10 as one of the people in the battle, and then just include new sellers or somebody else. And Johnny, this is the washes bag from Gold Nugget Sales. The washes, Arizona's Red Gold Paydirt just dropped on Gold Nugget Sales, and Vendetta Prospecting is also selling it because this is a collaboration between the two of them. This one came from Gold Nugget Sales. I believe it was his 3 gram bag. The amount of gold here is, I'm guessing, the 3 gram bag. He probably told me it was a 3 gram bag, and it just, my mind did not retain that information. Yeah, I left the reptile world in 1968. As soon as I was born, I said, nope, I'm out. I will say I will say, Mike, I do have the next video, Saturday's video. Mike from Gold Nugget Sales is involved. I will be doing a battle on Saturday. And Mike from Gold Nugget Sales does have a bag in this battle. I think it's a 5-bag battle. Might be 6. 5 or 6 bag battle this Saturday. And GNS does have a bag involved in this. One and only, thank you for being in the show. Appreciate it. And everyone who's in the show, I appreciate y'all so much. Mods, thank you very, very much for handling the rowdy bunch. I appreciate y'all very much for being my mods. I know the pay isn't very good, but, you know, I appreciate it. Now, there you go, Chief Stacker. Can't go wrong with this. Some beautiful gold. And I enjoy this Paydirt. This, you know, it's something new. I always like the different ones. Well, I'm guessing they're both going to have the exact same amount. I'm sure they worked that out between them, you know. Because if I would have been in the collab, I'd have just been putting like 5-6 grams in every bag, been like, oh, wow, look how much better you're doing than the other person's. Of course, then I'd go bankrupt really quickly and, you know, have to stop selling. But I know the last time I did talk to Mike at Gold Nugget Sales, they were having to make sure that the prices were right since GNS has shipping and Vendetta does not. So he just does his as a total sale price. So and there's definitely some pretty gold. Now, I don't think I'm going to do a results video tomorrow. I probably will still take some picture of this and maybe I'll post it on my community page later in the week or something, or on Patreon. If I do post it on Patreon, it'll be a free post, so you can go check it out. Just go to patreon.com/Miller Prospecting. You won't have to join or anything. You can just, it'll show up. Some really pretty gold. Nice shiny gold. This definitely reminds me, it's a little bit more detailed gold than Lynch mining, you know, but it's that pretty shiny gold like Lynch, which I think is, you know, perfect for a bag of Paydirt from Arizona. No, I think that's going to be as good as I'm going to get it right now. And if one of my mods wants to drop the hidden link one last time, and again, I'm going to be giving away one spot in the raffle for the 1 ounce Vendetta silver bar. And then I will be giving away 2 bags of the washes with a 0.5 gram each to someone that posts in the link, and then 1 bag to one of my Patreon members. And if you win, make sure you tell Mike at Gold Nugget Sales thank you. So, because he donated these to my channel to give away, I insisted. I was like, don't give them nothing. Give them nothing. They get coal. And he was like, no, I actually like these people. And I am kidding. I always tell anyone I am more than happy to give away other people's stuff. Few things about me: I will always give away other people's treasures, and I will always freely give away my advice, even if you don't want to hear it. Haven't heard of Lynch in years. Oh man, I still have people talk to me about it. I had someone email me not long ago asking me for a reputable seller that's like them. But, well, there we go. Let me get rid of this water. No. Can't go in the Tuesday tailings. No. Reg Lab, what's up, brother? There you go, Reg Lab. That's awesome, brother. Good luck to you on your project. Oh, Stephen LeBlanc already knows he won. All right. Let's move some stuff around. Make y'all look at my ugly mug. And we're going to start giving some stuff away. All right, shrink down. Panning cam. There we go. We can see that. Pretty gold. Nice little smile. Definitely a 3 gram bag. Or it's supposed to be, maybe, and I missed a whole bunch of it. Who knows? All right, you got chat open. So everyone's got a few minutes. I will give it like 3 or 4 minutes before we start doing the giveaways. Make sure you go and leave a comment. Again, we're going to be giving away 1 raffle spot for the Vendetta 1 ounce silver bar, approximate 1 ounce. And then we're going to be giving away 2 bags of the Washes Gold Paydirt. This is a half gram bag, a custom bag, Gold Nugget sales. We're giving away 2 of those to someone in the hidden video. And then we'll be giving away 1 bag to one of my Patreon members who support my channel over at patreon.com, Miller Prospecting. Because without them, I wouldn't be doing Tuesday night live shows. So got to have somebody that donates to the channel to keep me in business doing these shows, and that's my Patreon members. So they're guaranteed a bag. If you're a Patreon member, you have a 1 in whatever 70 shot of winning. So 3.16, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lay it out because it was donated to the channel, and I don't want to know. That could be like 10 pounds of gold for all I know. You know, and I don't want to know. I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, he gave me 10 pounds of gold. And then stroke out. So, you know, I will definitely take some pictures of it, and either my community page or Patreon will see. I got a busy day tomorrow shooting a video, like I said. So yeah, again, Saturday I will have a new video coming out. It is a Paydirt battle. I won't tell you what kind of Paydirt battle, but it is a Paydirt battle. Mike from Gold Nugget Sales does have a bag entered in there. He didn't know that until just now when I told him. But I think it's 5 bags. I think it's a 5-bag battle. So it's 5-bag Paydirt battle. Gold Nugget Sales is one of them. You know. Whoever wins got to pan slow. Yeah, this is definitely not something you want to speed pan through. But oh, groovy gold hunter. Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Give it to PA. Yeah, that's who I'm behind. Give it to PA. PA, HD, or anyone else. Give it away. Somebody in chat. Or one of my Patreon members. Give it away. Because if I was smart at rigging these, I'd be giving them to my kids. I'd just tell them, come join the chat at exactly 7:47. And I will call your name out. And you'll be like, oh, wow, I won. I'm surprised. I had a show up, I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago, and I had my phone up, and I had it, and they were so out of sync. It was like a 4 or 5 second delay. And I was like, what the junk? It was driving me crazy. Oh, don't you hate that, Matthew? That I have done that more times with stuff where, especially like something where I haven't ordered in a long time. Like I didn't, I think like a couple months ago at Target. Like I haven't ordered anything from Target in probably 5 years. And I was like, I needed a new pan for something. I was like, I'll just order from Target, put the order in. And I'm like, yeah. And it was like a couple hours later, I went to go look and I'm like, mm. No, it's right here, Tim. See, I don't know. It's probably behind chat. See, I do have some Paydirt here from buddy Tim. No, it's on my schedule, just not very soon, sadly. Some of these Paydirts I have up on this shelf have been there for over a year. So it just takes me forever. And like I said, I do want to do it on a live show. So it's got to be a live show where, I can get to it. There's always time. I mean, if you really want me to do it, I'll do it one day off camera, but, off live. But usually I typically like to wait for live shows to do stuff. So just ordered the kangaroo bag, Rich. That's awesome. It's a good bag. I like the kangaroo Paydirt. I really like that stuff. I like this stuff. This stuff kind of reminds me of, it definitely feels like a mix between the two, where you're getting the Arizona, like, material, some of this material from Arizona, and then that Aussie red. So, oh no, Alan. No. So again, everyone does have a few more seconds before we start doing the giveaway and drawing names. I'm just trying to keep up on chat and catch up. Hated the Vegemite. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that most people didn't like the Vegemite. It's just Mike has said that most people didn't like the Vegemite, even though we're all still waiting on that video. And by the time that video finally does release in a year or two, no one will even know what he's talking about. No. All right, let me go while everyone's in chat. Let me go and make sure everything is all set up for the giveaway. So we can do that. I can say bye-bye to Nightbot, who really didn't do much tonight. He's pretty much needs to. Let me make sure all the comments are going through, too. I noticed earlier some of them weren't going through. Yeah, all right. YouTube fixed itself, so. Yep. Here we go. All right, open up chat. And we got like a minute or two. Then we'll start pulling some names. And again, even for these bags that I'm giving away tonight, you must post something in the live chat. So as always, YouTube and its affiliates have nothing to do with this giveaway. This is 100% for all my subscribers and viewers, and from me and Mike from over at Gold Nugget Sales. So thank Mike very much if you win. But as always, if I pull your name from the live chat, from the hidden link, if I pull your name from the hidden link video, you have till the end of the show to post something in the live chat. Otherwise, you forfeit the prize. And if it happens to be the spot for the 1 ounce round or one of these bags of Paydirt, I will just give them away on the next Tuesday show, which will be a Patreon live. So next Tuesday will be the Patreon live show. Saturday, I'm doing a Paydirt battle, 5 bags of Paydirt. One of them is Gold Nugget Sales. I haven't even started the video. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to assume Gold Nugget Sales is going to win it, but you never know. I actually think he's got some very heated competition. Based on the numbers, Gold Nugget Sales might not win this Paydirt. I mean, I haven't done all the like scoring and, the bags and all that stuff, but based off of ROI, if they were all just exact same amount of gold, it's going to be a very close battle. So we'll have to see. And thank you for watching the stream, Bob. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who joins these live shows. I can't thank y'all enough. Thanks to all my Patreon members who pay, support my channel, that allow me to do these Tuesday night shows. Because without my Patreon members, I wouldn't be able to do these, giving away stuff and, the time and energy and buying the Paydirt or getting the Paydirt to do on a lot of these live shows costs money. And it's only because of my Patreon members I can do that. So thank you all very much. And thank to all my subscribers, because without my subscribers, I'd just be some man in my basement shooting videos that nobody watches. So, which is, And I don't know how much of it how much of it has to do with the fact that they're good sellers, other than I used a couple of tricks to make them into a good seller. And I will be discussing that during the video. There are some tricks you can do to get a better ROI from Paydirt sellers without them knowing you're getting a better ROI. But I will discuss that during the video. And it's only because of that they might beat you, I think. So we'll have to see. But all right, let me go. Let me say bye-bye to the gold. Some beautiful gold there. And again, I will take some pictures of this. Probably just post it on my Patreon. But here, we're going to get rid of the panning cam. Let me make sure the video is up. All right, and we're going to shrink down the ugly mug and start pulling some names. So first name we're going to pull is going to be for the raffle. So we're going to pull the name for the raffle first, and then we will do the 2 names for the Paydirt. And then after that, we will spin a wheel for the Patreon bag of Paydirt. So that's the run-up. And as you can see, shameless plug as always for the Miller Prospecting website, where you can get all the great information, all the last couple of videos, the top 10 recommended sellers, Gold Nugget Sales, #1, Vendetta Prospecting, #2. Those are the 2 ones you mostly need to know about. And that's who is also selling these bags of Paydirt. Gold Nugget Sales has one of the bags up, as well as Vendetta. So you can go check them out over there. And also, like people asking about the gloves, you can go to shop. And I do have links to all the stuff I use in all my videos. And then other stuff, videos, all my videos, every single one of my videos is archived on here. So it's a lot easier to find than YouTube. But all right, let's go to the comment generator and pick this. And TNT, thank you for joining the show. TNT Mining and Prospecting, appreciate it. Oh, who is the other seller that has the rattlesnake Paydirt? Oh, that's right. ArizonaPaydirt.com. They have what is theirs? Theirs is like a 300% ROI though over at ArizonaPaydirt.com. Culver can't touch that. All right, let's pick the names. Did I pull the link? I think I pulled the link. Yeah, I pulled the link. All right. Let's fetch. Anything goes, not replies. Here we go. First name we pull is going to be for the spot for the 1 ounce bar from Vendetta, the 1 ounce silver bar from Vendetta Prospecting. And this will only be spot #2. Spot #1 was Shane Prothero. And if I pull Shane Prothero's name, he's going to be ineligible. But just on the chance that I pull Shane Prothero's name, just so he doesn't just lose, he will get one of the bags of Paydirt. The odds of him pulling 2 names in 2 weeks in a row is pretty slim, but just so he's just not a winner when I pull 3 names. So first name is going to be for the spot, and let's pick the winner. You must post something in live chat. David Hayden. So David Hayden, you have a spot for the 1 ounce silver bar. That silver bar will be given away on 7/2 during a giveaway night. David Hayden, what's he say? Heavy pans. So them mics know how to party. They do. They definitely do. That's why they never invite me, because they know I don't party anymore. So David Hayden, congratulations. You have 1 entry into the 1 ounce silver bar. Can't see it because my ugly mug is so shrunk down. And now we're going to give away the 2 bags of the washes. So we will pull 2 names from there. And again, all 3 of you must post something in the live chat. Heck yeah, man. What is this? Bob Banich? I can't pronounce all that. I'm going to have to see if there's a better comment picker than the one that pulls like their @ instead of pulling their display names. But congratulations, David Hayden and Katie Bobanich. And now we got 1 more name to pull. And Dusty's gold review. So Dusty, congratulations. I know who that one is because see, his pretty much says it. So Dusty just got a bag of Paydirt to do some content on. Good luck, everyone. The Juneau, Alaska Paydirt was fun. So congratulations to you three. Now we're going to go to Miller Prospecting. Wait for those three to come up, and then we're going to pull the last name for one of my Patreon members. So if you're a Patreon member, you want to stick around to see if you won. You don't have to be here to win, but in case you want to see if you win. But before I forget, let's just catch up and make sure everyone has posted that they're here. So David Hayden, I see him as posted. So congratulations to David. Dusty's posted. Now all we need is Bob. And there we go. There we go. So I need all of your addresses. You need to send me your addresses. I will post my email. Nightbot will post my email. Make sure you send me an email, dylan@millerprospecting.com. Even David Hayden, even though I'm not going to be picking the winner today or tomorrow, anytime soon, it's, 8 more spots to go. If I have your name on file, then you don't have to be there when you win. I can just send it right off to you if you win. So, oh no, hold on. Lurkers winning who don't chat. Yeah, you don't have to chat as long as they like the video and they leave a comment. I'm happy. But yeah, lurkers win a lot. I'm not telling everyone to start lurking. There's no way I could prevent that other than doing the one where everyone spams a number or a letter. I mean, I will have to look. I think Nightbot actually does have a way to pull a name. I could say something. I could maybe start doing Nightbot. So. And Dusty's been in chat. So Dusty's been in chat. I think they were all in chat at some point. So, but I appreciate that. But now we're going to now that all of them are here, all three of them did. We're going to go pull the Patreon. So PA, see, this could be for you. So we're going to go. I'm going to shrink down my ugly mug again, and we're going to pull one name of Patreon. And this will just be one of my random Patreon members. Will win the third bag. So I have a third bag. You don't have to be here if you're a Patreon member. This is just to give back to my Patreon members because they are the lifeblood of this channel. And oh wow, another shameless plug for millerprospecting.com that has no ads on it, so I make no money. So I don't know. It's just easier for me to maintain this than YouTube. I gain some type of control on where everything is. And if you ever need me to email me, it's right here. My email is here. I don't know what that is. I don't think I have a Reddit account. Facebook, I'm never on. This is my Patreon account, and that's my YouTube. So, but all right, let's pull the random wheel of names. This is every one of my Patreon members that is a Patreon member for this month. So if you are a Patreon member in the month of April, your name is on here. So we're going to shuffle it up, and this is just for one bag of the washes with a 0.5 gram of gold in it. So one of my random Patreon members for supporting my channel. So thank you very much. And I saw Donna and HD go right past. And Matthew and Megan Strickland. I don't even know if I've given them a shout out. I think I just gave them a shout out in last week's. They're two of my newest Patreon members. So Matthew and Megan, congratulations. I don't even know if they've attended one of the live shows yet. This will maybe get them to come. But there we go. Congratulations to Matthew and Megan. They are my newest Patreon member. I think they're the second newest or third newest. They're one of my newest Patreon members. So thank you very much, Megan and Matthew, for being Patreon members, and congratulations. All right, because of them, now it's ugly mug time while we wrap this show up. Troubled One, thank you. So thanks everyone for joining this show. Thank you, Mike, over at Gold Nugget Sales, for donating this bag of Paydirt for me to pan out. Make sure everyone, you go check it out. Even if you can't afford it, go check it out. Bookmark it. Remember it. The Washes, Arizona's Red Gold Paydirt. It's in a collaboration. He's got 2 videos out on the Gold Vlog. If you're not a subscriber of the Gold Vlog, go subscribe. He makes much better videos than I will ever do. Luckily, he doesn't review, or I'd be out of business. So, and it's totally rigged. You know that, Casey? You know it's rigged. It ain't right if it ain't rigged. So Saturday, I will have a Paydirt battle coming out Saturday. A 5-bag Paydirt Gold Nugget Sales is one of those members in the thing. And if you think like I do that it's just going to be a clean sweep, you might be wrong, because I did some trickery to get some higher ROIs from the other bags. So GNS would have some competition. And then next Tuesday will be my Patreon giveaway. I don't know if I'm going to be panning anything out on the Patreon show. I might not, because I think I have a court date right after that, and I don't want to be panning stuff out. I think I still have a lot of stuff to do with the court process. And I'm filling out paperwork and stuff and all kinds of stuff. But maybe we'll be panning something out next Tuesday. It is a Patreon giveaway, so we're going to be giving away some stuff. I did do a video showing the prizes we're going to be giving away. Some Arizona Paydirt, Miller Prospecting Arizona Paydirt, the best stuff. So, but I'm going to get out of here. Thanks, everyone. Thank you especially to Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales and to Mike over at Vendetta Prospecting for doing this collab bag, sending me some to pan out, and wrecking my water and my sink that I'm going to have to spend an hour cleaning. But thank you all very much. And thank you, Donna. Thank you so much. Always way too kind to me, my show. Thank you to my other two mods for being here, wheezing, for keeping me laughing all the time with your wonderful jokes. I appreciate it. HD, thank you very much. But I'm out of here. I will see you all Saturday. It will be a premiere for the Saturday release video, so I will see you there. And then next Tuesday, I'll see everyone for the Patreon show, where I will be giving some stuff away, even to people that aren't Patreon members. So thank you all very much. And make sure if you're a winner tonight, you thank Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales, even if you have to just email him or say thank you on his newest gold vlog video. But I'm out of here. Have a great week.